Now, every time I get on these cameras, it's RBE attached to the title. I've roasted ARP a couple of times, but it comes to these cards. Now, I just didn't like the way that they were just booked. I didn't like the message that it was conveying. But in this instance, I kind of like it. Closure was closure. As you can see, Charlie Clips and Math Hoffa, a battle that I would never thought I would ever see. And two people that I've met and have really good experiences with. And they ended up having a great battle. This was a great battle. Now, we are here to talk. It's no fancy title. It is what it is. Rare Breed Entertainment presents Math Hoffa versus Serius Jones. Oh boy. Now, it took a lot for me to really accept that this battle is happening because I never really liked the whole situation in the first place. Now, I don't know anything about the situation, inside sources or anything like that. I just know what everybody else knows. Math punched Serius Jones at Summer Madness 3. Messed it up for a lot of people. There was an incident in Miami. And these two have wanted to, or Serius Jones has wanted to shoot the fade for a really long time. So, when I think of this bout, and I think of where these two are at in their career, and I look at their past performances, I think to myself, what else could happen between these two? And I came to a conclusion that it was really simple. An actual battle. Now what I mean by that is that an actual battle, like there is a battle that can actually happen between these. And I know that sounds real vague and general, but let me break it down to you. We only saw the off-camera, the kind of, Math spit his bars that were supposed to be been said that night. Then Serius Jones said his bars that were supposed to be said that night. But these were on two different videos, not, in the same place at the same time. These were recorded at different times. And the one thing that we never got when this whole situation was going was an actual battle. Because, let's face it, it was deeper than that. It was deeper than that. But now that I look at it, Math having, being on a streak right now on RBE. We all know what happened to him versus Hollow, one of the best Math Hoffas we've ever seen. He did his thing versus Heavy Half. And now, and his battle with Charlie Clips was really good. And now we got him in Serius. As much as I want this battle to be great, because I want this battle to be great, I want this to be a classic, I want this to be a bar for bar fest. In the words of Math Hoffa in his first round, if you here for the RBE raps, doors back there, this ain't for you. A lot of stuff is going to be said in this battle. And I don't know, and I was a little upset because it was I thought it was a little too personal in the Hollow battle. But then again, I figured it out. I was like, this is battle rap. These two had an issue, and this is how they wanted to settle it. So this is how we're going to settle it. Math and Serius finally happens. Atlanta, August 31st. Get your pay-per-view, get your tickets. Musical. What up, John? What up, Flock? What up, Trez? What up, G-Lo? This battle could go one of two ways. The obvious one, which is people could think that Serius, I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but there's a possibility that Serius could try to get his revenge. Or they could actually have a battle, be respectful about it, and settle it right then and there. So I'm going to go with option number 2. If you really look at their last performances, Math Hoffa has been more clean with his delivery, more polished, and more he's turned up his level of aggressiveness. It's a new Math Hoffa. It's a more refined Math Hoffa. Math Hoffa who has learned from his past mistakes of not caring about battles and saying, you know what, I'm just going to take the battles that mean something to me. We saw what happens when a focused Math Hoffa is standing in front of somebody. Charlie Clips, Heavy Half, Hollow to Dawn, so on and so forth. We see what happens when he battles people he doesn't care about. Av, Show Off. Hell, if you want to say he took his second round off versus Shoddy Horror, we can go there. But let's cut the crap. Serius Jones is coming off of a clear loss against Mike P, but that's on the app. Last time we saw Serius Jones on an RBE stage was against Ill Will, and to me, that was the most competitive battle of the night. Serius Jones had a lot of great bars. He had some good material, and I was very, very impressed with what he had to say. I wonder what the approach is for these guys, because if you watched any of the face-offs, they've said everything to one another. They've said everything that they possibly can to one another. What could they say in a battle, though? It's battle rap. They're gonna use bars. They're gonna use bars. The way that I think this battle is gonna go, they're gonna use bars. Math Hoffa is gonna use bars. Serius Jones is gonna use schemes and bars. Same thing with Math Hoffa. Math Hoffa is gonna use scheme and bars. It's gonna be a battle, a legitimate battle. Whether it goes left, it's completely up to them. But if we're gonna just take away the narrative that's being painted, because it's so big and so glaring that sometimes you just kind of have to look away from the big picture and just strip away everything and just look at the facts. Math Hoffa has had a clear, better winning percentage / good battle percentage than Serius Jones has in his last couple of battles. Math Hoffa, if you remember, was on 3 for 3. He battled Ill Will, Snake Eyes, and Real Deal. 3 different platforms, 3 back-to-back battles, 3 different weeks. And to my memory, he won all of those battles, which was very impressive. One of them happily being one of the best RBE battles Math Hoffa's ever been a part of. Serius Jones, Ill Will. The last time before that, I believe it was Sharon, maybe even Swave 7. I don't remember that timeline too well. And Mike P, his last being Mike P. If you want to say that Mike P was gassed, which I don't believe at all, I just feel that that Serius Jones probably underestimated the crowd, and I've never seen him in front of Richmond before, so he doesn't. It's a different crowd everywhere you go. So Atlanta crowd's different. Richmond crowd's the Atlanta crowd is way different from the Richmond crowd. The Charlotte crowd is way different from the Houston crowd. It's just how it is. So, how do I think this battle is going to go prediction wise? Who do I think is going to win? I got Math Hoffa 2-1 for 2 reasons. One, I truly believe when you take all the personal bullshit out. If this was just two legends who haven't met and they're finally meeting and there's no narrative and da 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 da, I still think Matt Hoffa would win. But part of me feels like we're gonna get a really good Serius Jones, a Serius Jones that we've been asking for a really long time. I'm talking Charlie Clips, Serius Jones. I'm talking Sharon, Pat Stay, Serius Jones. I'm talking Ill Will, Serius Jones. And I think all goes right. We will get a great battle in another moment in the archives of Battleground. Now, moving on. A match that I don't think is going to happen this week. Because of the unfortunate circumstances that one of these battlers was involved in a car accident. So I really am not going to talk a whole bunch about this matchup because I don't know if it's going to happen. But I was really excited when I saw Ill Will and T-Rex get announced. Because this is high energy versus high energy. And I like it. I like it. Rex's hat slam. Ill Will's presence on stage. It has the ingredients for a really good battle. But I'm going to omit this battle. Because I don't know if it's really going to happen. But if I have to say, if it was going to happen, who's going to win? I got Ill Will, 2-1. I have to see I haven't seen the Bill footage yet. And I think that would change my mind a little bit because I heard T-Rex did a really good job in the Bill Collector battle. So we'll see. But here's to a speedy recovery to T-Rex. Hope everything's all right, man, and hope you get back on your feet, sir. Moving on to Jay Murda, my man, versus Young Cannon, the most underrated dude ever. This battle could possibly be battle of the night. No cap. Like, this has competitiveness and competition written all over it. This is two young, hungry bulls that are about to get in the ring and try to take each other's heads off. Jay Murda coming off of a good showing against O-Red. Young Cannon has been battling all over the world, handing out 30 pieces like they're going out of style. Last Young Cannon I saw, I think, was Prep. That was a nasty body to me. That was a clear 30 to me. Last time we saw Young Cannon on RBE, well, that was a 2-on-2 with Big Cannon versus Charlie Clip Indian name. We're not going to talk about that because we all know how that went. So, this is what I am going to say. This is going to be the most competitive battle of the night. This is definitely going to be something to see, and these guys have the highest chance of stealing the show. Like, people are gonna walk away from this and say, Young Cannon versus Jay Murda was crazy. Oh my God, when Jay Murda did the scheming and he hit the crowd went crazy, and Young Cannon did this and he said this with the 45 and at point like it's gonna be one of those battles. It's going to be really aggressive. It's going to be really competitive, just like Jay Murda and Bad News. That's all I got to say. Just like Jay Murda and Bad News. Oh! Speaking of Bad News. Bad News, you, sir, have been under a lot of scrutiny as of late, which I don't understand because you rap the same like you have been now. People are just... Your gun titles, your cave gang now, and now you've got a bigger, microscope underneath you. are on top of your career now. But you got a tough test, my guy. Forget Swamp and what that just happened. You got Swave Seva. The man with the most... Him and K-Shine are tied with the most 30s in battle rap. Swave has... This last time we saw Swave, he battle B-Dot. That was a great battle. That was one of the best battles of the Mook card, Mook versus Averb card. Crazy. So this is a tough task for you because this is somebody who's not going to go bar for bar with you. There's just someone who's just going to rap. This is just going to rap. And my thing with Swave is that Swave doesn't have to do a lot to win a battle. He just has to rap. That's it. He doesn't have to use a lot of wordplay. He doesn't have to... Swave is going to do Swave. And nobody does Swave like Swave. But this battle makes so much sense because this is, once again, the angry Pitbull meets the veteran German Shepherd. And the German Shepherd is just going to be calm, cool, and collected. While the angry Pitbull's going to be barking in his face. And he's going to be talking to him like this, and this, and this. And Swave's just going to be like this. He'll be like, I hear you, young blood. I hear you. I hear you. But let me show you the way. Let me do this. Let me do that. You always want to point the 40 pounds. I slew you. Like, this is a veteran versus rookie kind of thing, and I love these kinds of matches. And I love that Swave is taking these kinds of matches. And a matter of fact, I think next month he's battling Twerk. Swave. I like you wanting to, swim with the new sharks. I like that. But if I had to pick who's going to be in this, who's going to win this battle, it's a tough one. Oh, Jay Murda and Young Cannon. Got Jay Murda 2. Actually, no. I got that 2-1 either way. That being the most competitive battle of the night, I got that 2-1 either way. There's Bad News and Swave Seva. I got Swave. Bad News, don't come for me in the comments. I'm sorry. But Swave has a lot of years on him. And he has veteran instincts that you don't know about yet. While I know you're going to bring every single thing that you got, you're going to unpack and reload and unload every single thing that you got on Swave. This might be the best Bad News we've ever seen. Swave has those better... He's a karate master for Christ's sakes. He knows what he's doing. I ain't got nothing else to say. I got Swave 2-1. I'm sorry, Cave. I love y'all. I love the Cave. I'm sorry. This next battle that I'm going to talk about, it's going to be a heartfelt one. It's going to be a lot of gems being dropped. There's going to be a lot of emotion in it. And there's going to be a moment in this because Oops versus Emerson Kennedy is what the battle rap universe needs. Because this one's not going to be... I mean, there's going to be bars. Oh, there's going to be bars. But when they get to their third rounds... It's going to be some heartfelt shit that's going to be said in these rounds, man. Emerson Kennedy just had one of the best small room West Coast battles that I could possibly remember against Jay the Nightwing on the URL TV app. Oops just 30'd. Last time we saw him was 30ing Craig Lamar and battling against Active on Town Business Day. I'm interested to see how this battle really goes. If it's going to go bar for bar. Because this is another one of those battles that could steal the show. It could definitely steal the show. I'm interested to see how this plays out. And it's one of those battles that I want everybody to shut up and let me listen. Because there's a certain aura about this battle that makes me feel like we're going to get another Daylight and Oops situation. And I don't need to go into any explanation with that. But as for who I got winning, I got Oops. 2-1. Now the next battle doesn't make really any sense. Rosenberg Raw versus Craig Lamar. Now I understand that Swave Seva versus Rosenberg Raw was the first main event of RBE back in 2013, I believe, or 2012. And he's somewhat of an original, an RBE original. Someone who they built their, built their shit around. But you're going up against Craig Lamar. Going up against Craig Lamar. Let me say this again. You're going up against a Craig Lamar that I feel is going to come to redeem himself from the Oops performance. And when you're dealing with... Let me give you an example. I'm not going to mention anything about your wife and your spouse. Because I'll make your grandmama bite the curb. Stand on a scout and keep putting her foot down like I'm the man of the house. Oh my God. Big blade. Right into Holmes. Big blade. Down the middle. I'll turn Holmes into a duplex. Him and JC, I could talk. There's a whole round of him and JC. I got Craig Lamar 3-0. On site. We don't know where it's going to be recorded. It's probably going to be outside a hotel. Mr. Mills versus Dre Dennis. Dre Dennis, I want to commend you for Gates of the Garden. Gates of the Garden has another... It's another place for the boys to work. It's another place where guys can come in who not necessarily do have a name or don't have a name, but they can always get a shot. And I respect that a whole lot. A lot of people have made their names off of Gates of the Garden, Don Marino being one of them. And I have to give him props by taking Mr. Mills in an on-site, because the last time we saw Mr. Mills in an on-site was against Big Magic, and we all know how that went. Mr. Mills with a clear win. It was supposed to be Mr. Mills and Rosenberg Raw on an on-site, but that didn't happen. So, Mr. Mills, Dre Dennis, there's going to be a lot of high energy in this battle. There's going to be a lot of punching in this battle. But, for the first time ever, I'm going to have to go Dre Dennis 2-1. There's a couple of people on this card that have a 1SK. Shout out to LL Cool G. Shout out to Young B More. They have huge opportunities. Again, 1SKs are just like the PGs for RBE. 1-round battles. I feel like LL Cool G, if he has a performance like I think he's going to have, you're going to see him in a 3-rounder against who I would like to see him versus Heavy Half. Take into consideration, ARP. I see talent. But get your pay-per-view, get your tickets. Rare Breed presents Matt versus Serius. We finally get the chapter that everybody wants to end. So, I'm excited for this one. I will be watching. Y'all be on the lookout. Because, let's go mode. See ya next time.